Today we'll be talking about Stronghold SHX again, and some really interesting talk that has been going around about a possible integration with Uphold, and some more rumors about people being told to not put out content on it. So, we're at about 0.00469, and just a reminder on CoinMarketCap, you can actually find the self-reported supply as long as the self-recorded market cap. But that price is actually off of an Ethereum contract, and on CoinGecko, the price is a little bit off compared to that, but that is because it is on the XLM contract, which is what most of it actually runs on. So we're not off too far on the day after all of the drama around the fake approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF. So here is some of the information that I was able to find on some recent questions asked to Uphold Inc., which was the actual account, and how they have responded in some pretty interesting ways. And this could be really big for the price of the SHX token, as it becomes much, or as it could become much easier to actually purchase, at the same time that it has been picking up a lot of popularity and attention online. So here is one of the first things I found on it. So I marked that from myself, but this is a reply to the Phoenix Rising, and how she was actually able to get Uphold to reply to her. Now, I should go unbookmark my own post because that is just kind of tacky, and I don't like to actually do that because it's kind of weird. And Bodacious Trade was actually in on this a little bit too, and helped to bring it to my attention online. So here's where it all began. Uphold is sounding optimistic on SHX. So if you go in here and you look through the actual thread, which you got to go up a little bit in this history. So Uphold Inc. put on SHX. They actually responded there, and there was a couple of other things as well. They got some other replies. I don't know if it was on that same thread. It was on the one that she posted, and they actually came back and commented on it more. So they responded here, here as in a crystal ball, and here as well, as if they are considering it, right? Suggestion noted was one on that original one that I saw, but that was actually a retweet, so they responded to yet another individual on X. So it would make sense for Uphold, because they are such a proponent of Ripple and XRP, and I have shown in a previous video that the ties between Uphold and Ripple, off of the top of my head, I think it went back to like 2013. Don't hold me to that. If I were you, I would just go watch that, because I have it all laid out in that one. So here is Pharaoh XX33, who has been right on about a lot of things that are happening at this point, and he is a contrarian to the general emotions of the crypto community, just like I am. So I would highly suggest that you go and follow him. He has passed Casper with his holdings of SHX. And in his opinion, it might even surpass his XRP and XDC holdings as well. This is what happens when you invest heavily near the lows at the right time. I'm sure that these four will be competing for the number one spot in 2024. So that is SHX, Casper, XRP, and XDC. But he wouldn't be surprised if SHX wins that competition to become his number one. And he has also previously said that he can see how SHX could end up being the top performing digital asset in the 2024 and probably into 2025 bull run up. So here is the other piece I have personally contributed to. So from Green Knuckles, I've now heard accounts of this from two sources. Will we ever know if it is actually true? He tends to think that it is, but not by too much, and in all honesty, it doesn't really matter. But it is still a really interesting point to actually talk about, because I have personally talked to another account on X who put out a lot of good information on SHX that I referred to a lot, and I began to talk to him on the side a bit more, and he didn't put out any more content on it, and I was asking about it, and he told me that he was approached by someone in the quote-unquote industry and was told not to talk about it as much, and in particular like he was, which is a lot like how I talk, and a lot like how a few other X and YouTube people actually talk about SHX as well. So this will be interesting, but yes. So here we go. I think that they were probably told to not bring so much attention to themselves. People may not know, but there is a YouTuber who is the original SHX holder, and apparently he was approached and told to slow down, or even to not make content about SHX. That doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's not like, to my awareness, I don't think anyone has put out any kind of top secret information or anything like that. But it just doesn't really make sense with the connections that they have to Ripple and can't say STs well, but to XRP and XLM, and how the two co-founders actually came from a combination of each of these two companies as well, which then of course ties back into the original people from the PayPal mafia, who then got involved with XLM and XRP. So I don't really know too much more about that, but I can say that I have heard this from another person as well, who was not this original SHX holder to my current understanding. So here's some more speculation, at least, but it is much more factual as well. It could be that SHX is pumping because smart contracts on XLM means that SHX will finally have smart contracts enabled on XLM. They do have ties into the Ethereum virtual machine, but from what I have seen and heard and read, they don't really get too involved with that at this point. And with the XLM protocol 20 upgrade that should come online, I think in the next month or so, that actually includes smart contracts on the actual XLM chain itself. So that is another interesting point. Here's a bit more on it. Smart contracts coming to XLM soon. Watch our co-founder Sean Bennett, who worked on XRP and on XLM as well, explain smart contracts as well. And upcoming launch of the contracts can unleash a new range of financial services on XLM with programmable assets. Was mentioned in Masari as well, and I still don't see how the Stronghold USD stablecoin being used will mean an increased use of SHX. That doesn't really make sense, because that is where all of the more institutional and investment money ends up. I do need to look a bit further into that, but there's not a lot of really good information on it out there, aside from a few things in their original white paper to my awareness at this point in time. So, Crypto Banker SHX, top 5 predictions for SHX in 2024. Multiple exchanges, including tier 1s. Technically, Uphold is not an exchange. I believe that it is technically considered a brokerage, which is one of the things as to how they were confidently able to keep XRP on there throughout the entire lawsuit from the SEC. DeFi for SHX holders, as well as ST. Yeah, okay, the words right there. I do have a little bit more information on that I will be putting together soon. More governance votes as well. Now here is a couple of interesting ones. That it'll become a top 20 crypto, which if it could pull off the price action that things like XRP and XLM had in 2017, then that could very well be a possibility. And that kind of price action is not really too far out of the picture with what they have been working on in the background and who they are working with. For example, they are, I believe, the only crypto itself that is working directly with the ACH Payments Association, which that payments industry is worth about 76.7 trillion. And they are connected into FedNow as well, as I have explained a couple of times in the past. Now here is one. It will be added to crypto payments on X. I don't really know why, aside from the fact that there are ties back into the original PayPal mafia with good old Elon.